welcome to another delicious installment of Desserts After Dark. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're making a Sprite pound cake tonight with a delicious, luscious, zesty lemon lime icing. Okay, cream cheese icing. Delicious. First we put some softened salted butter into the bowl. Now we're adding in our sugar and we're gonna beat this mixture until it's light and fluffy. And we're gonna go ahead and continue to use that big emulsion blender to blend and fluff up this butter and sugar. And now we're gonna add in some pure vanilla extract. And like I said, y'all, I always add a little bit extra because I love that flavor, period. Now we're adding in our eggs. 1, 2. We're gonna go ahead and get those in because you don't want to add all your eggs at once. You want to make sure that they incorporate nice and evenly throughout the batter. Then we're gonna add the last 2. Beautiful, look at that. Yes, already creamy and beautiful. I'm gonna add in one last egg. Yes, and now we're ready to begin adding in some of our dry ingredients. And we're gonna use a sifter. In this bowl, there's flour, baking powder, salt, and we're gonna go ahead and just give that a stir. And you also, just like with the eggs, you don't wanna just dump in all your flour. You don't wanna do that. You wanna make sure you add it in increments so that it's able to stir in properly. Okay, now we're gonna add in some of our lemon and lime zest, and that gives it just definitely more pops of flavor, just delicious flavor. And over here in that measuring cup that you can't really see off in the corner, that's a cup with Sprite mixed with lemon and lime juice. Yes. We're gonna go ahead and add some of that right now. Let that trickle in and stir it, incorporating it all the way. Beautiful. Look how smooth and delicious that looks. Now we're gonna add in some sour cream because sour cream is so good in cakes. What it does is it brings a form of levity through the acidicness of the sour cream. Adding in more of the flour. And you don't want to stir too hard. You want to make sure that you're incorporating the flour, but you don't want to abuse your cake. Like I said, you can get a little messy when it's time to eat it. We added in more of the Sprite and some more. This cake was so full of flavor, y'all. I'm telling you, it was so lively on my tongue. And now we're gonna add in more of the flour. And I believe that's all the rest of the flour to be added. Incorporate that all the way into the cake batter. Yes. And now we're about to pour this cake batter into our bundt cake pan. And before we even started doing anything, the cake bundt pan was prepared with 100% grapeseed oil and flour, and then it was put inside the oven to brown so that when it's time to get this cake out, y'all, it won't stick. Okay, so now we're going to smooth that in there. Yes. And if a little bit gets on the tip of the pan, that's fine. It's all good. Yes. Smooth that on out. And off camera, I lifted the cake up and I dropped it a couple of times. That's to get out any of the air bubbles that may have residually been left inside the cake batter. Yeah, oh, I did it on camera. There it is. Now we're about to go ahead and make that delicious, luscious icing I told you guys about. We have 1 block of softened cream cheese. You want to make sure it's good and softened so you can easily whip it. Now you're going to add in some more vanilla extract. Very delicious. Add in the rest of that lemon zest and lime zest. Yes, add that in there because you want that flavor to pop. We're gonna throw in some confectioner sugar. Because these are desserts after dark. What's a dessert that's not sweet? We're gonna add in some of that Sprite. Yes, this is gonna be delicious, y'all. When I tell you this cake turned out so fabulous, as I was editing this footage, it inspired me to want to bake something today, like seriously. So throw in some more of that. Delicious. We're gonna whip that powdered sugar right into the icing to get it to the correct consistency, y'all. Because I want this to drip, but I don't want it to be too thin. I want this to be a lovely, thick cream cheese royal icing, full of that delicious Sprite flavor. Yes. Now look at it. That is ready. That's absolutely ready. Now look at how our cake baked up so beautifully. Look at that. Ooh, yes, we're gonna flip it over because now we're about to pour this beautiful, thick icing all over it to cover it. Let's go. Oh my God, that was amazing to watch. Wow. So now we're just taking that spatula and we're smoothing out all of that icing all over. Cause you know, I'm the type, I like things to be nice and even. Yeah, make sure everything gets the same amount, you feel me? And so as I am spreading and, you know, spreading this icing on this cake, it's time to cut it because I want a piece. It looks so bomb. I want some. So now I'm about to go ahead and cut a piece. Oh, look at it though, y'all. Look at it. Whew. This cake's so fabulous, and look at how you can see the flecks of the lemon zest and the lime zest. And I particularly love how it holds its color, like how that you can see that green and that yellow just popping through there. Now we're gonna pull out our knife and cut a slice. Look at how it just glide through that cake. I know y'all see that. Ooh, that is perfection. That's what you call perfection. That's a pound cake. Now let's get our slice. Oh, yes. Place it on our platter. Now look at that. Look at how soft and amazing that pound cake is. That is, and it was moist. It was delicious. It ticked every single box that I needed it to. This was pure lemon lime satisfaction. Look at that. Now let's turn it so you can see the cake and the crumble of it. Oh. That's fantastic. That's luscious. It's luxurious. It's delicious. It's everything. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Good night. Desserts after dark. For a little something sweet, maybe it's time for a little something sweet. Maybe it's time.